Hey everybody, and welcome. For as many of you as of you that can, have yourselves on screen for me, just so that I can connect with you. It makes it so much easier. And thank you to those who are. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Can you all hear me okay? Fantastic. Alrighty, so today I just wanted to put something together for you in a really simple way. We have an ebook to accompany this with some blends and some food recipes as well. But I wanted to put something together for you to assist you with these amazing oils that are on sale right now. Plus, of course, frankincense that's been extended. I'm just going to move my phone over here and shut the door that my dog's just opened. Real life, hey? Frankincense that's extended to the middle of this month for your 200 PV. And then, of course, for the Australian New Zealand market, we have the lemon eucalyptus. So we've made sure we've got some blends in there with that as well. If you have any questions, please just ask in the chat. I have my beautiful, amazing assistant, Tracy Stoves, on live with us. So she'll help on the chat as well. And let's begin. Firstly, I would love to hear from you all where you're tuning in from and what some of your favorite oils are from this collection that doTERRA have put together. I'm going to go through them all. I'm going to begin with basil. And as I go through all of the essential oils, what I really wanted to do was point out to you some different ways you can use them, because we know that there are three amazing ways we can use essential oils, right? One is just simply take the lid off and take a deep breath, right? That's such a simple way. And never underestimate the value of just that deep inhalation with an essential oil. Then we have, in line with this, the inhalation, dancing with our olfactory senses, awakening them. We have the diffuser method, and we also have the just put a little bit on your hand, rub your hands together, and 3 deep breaths, and then zhuzh it over your clothing, over your hair, right? And you become that human diffuser. So that's one way we can use them. The second way is on the body, of course. So we can put it in a cute little bowl with some carrier oil, fractionated coconut oil, about 10 mils for the whole body, 5 to 6 drops total of essential oils, and zhug it all over our body, right? And we love that. We love to aromatically dress. We love to feel these essential oils on us. And the other way we can do it is same principle for that topical use, add it to a roller bottle and anoint ourselves, right? And then we have this third amazing way, and it's for food flavoring. It's for smoothie flavoring. It's for the connection with our taste buds and our inner world in a whole new way. And I want to teach you how to safely get them into you that way. And I'll preempt this by saying, whenever I teach about using the essential oils internally for food flavoring, for raw chocolate even, or using it medicinally with stuff like in beautiful elixirs, I always want you to remember that when you bind an essential oil to a fat, A, you're making it really safe, right? B, it's bioavailable, our body can use it. And C, you cultivate a healthy habit for ongoing success for your internal body. We have very thin membranes in our body. You don't want to just be taking your essential oils and guzzling them back from a bottle ever, right? There's a few reasons for this. When you're not well, you're more sensitive. When we just end up with like a stuffy nose, and it could just be from pollens floating around. It could be from something we've caught, but we're feeling not quite ourselves, then everything is much more sensitive. Yeah. And if you don't take that into account, you're kind of overriding your body's capacity to deal with potent medicine. So what I suggest you do is you bind it to a fat or some honey, really good, unprocessed, raw honey. In capsules, if you're going to make your own capsules, I will usually suggest to people just, put your essential oils in the capsule and then add some extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil or a nut or a seed oil that you like, some sort of fat that you like. And what happens is the vegetable capsule, if you've got it in vegetable, some of you will have it in gelatin base. I'm plant-based, so I don't. But in your capsule, it is a fat, right? It's a fat membrane that's holding the essential oil. So when it dissolves, it has that fat. But remember, I was just saying we're much more sensitive when we're not feeling so great. So if you can place it in there with a fat in that capsule, you're just giving the essential oil something to bind to. So when that capsule dissolves, they're bound to a fat there and they're going to disperse very safely into the body. Does that make sense? And same with a teaspoon of honey. You could do it to a teaspoon of honey mixed with some coconut oil. And coconut oil is antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, right? We know this, we read it, it's everywhere. So you could just put that on with that beautiful, really good medicinal honey, like a manuka or a jarrah, for instance, and, ingest it that way. Yeah? Less is more. Less is more. And we are dealing with, for me, some of the most potent essential oils in the world. This is an incredible company that we are aligned with, an incredible company that we're aligned with. So we have clean, pure, pristine, 100% pure essential oil that we're working with. And when we use less, what happens is we can always add more. If you use too much to begin with, you can bombard your senses. What you want to do is open yourself to engaging in a deeper relationship with the plants. And do you remember I started this by just taking the lid off my frankincense and taking a breath in? Now, if you have an essential oil bottle on hand, can you grab it for me? And I'll just illustrate this point. Or a blend you've made, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be straight from this bottle. So can you just hold it down at about your heart chakra level, just like the breastbone between the breasts or the chest, your pecs for men. Okay, just hold that. Now, when you take a deep breath, just zhuzh it across like that at that level. Take a deep breath. Can you smell that? Now put it lower. Take it down to your solar plexus. Take a deep breath. Are you still smelling that? Some of you will, some won't. And you can take it lower and see how low you can go to where you're smelling it. Now, gently from that point, start wafting it up, just gently coming up. Can you notice the difference? Just feel the difference in you, how your body's responding to when it's really faint. It's almost like my body wants to lean in and just a little bit more, just what is that? What's that succulence? I want to learn more about that. My body becomes really curious. And as I come higher, I just find at about this level here, I'm going, yeah, I'm just resting in that yummy place right there. It's beautiful. I'm just going to sit right there. And then when you take it a bit higher, notice how that feels. Can you feel the difference? Yeah? So this is how you can help yourself to understand and know how many drops of essential oils to add to your blends. Now what you can do, because I'm about to launch into stuff and I don't tell you numbers of drops. I want you to just kind of reclaim your sovereignty in this and your intelligence in this and decide the amount of drops that feels good for you, right? Except for food. I usually give an idea of drops with food. Let's take 3 beautiful essential oils. I have grapefruit, basil, and frankincense with me here. Now I'm going to place them all at even levels. Can you do that? Do you all have a couple of oils you can grab? More than one, even if you've just got 2. And I want you to hold them at an even level and just take a deep breath. And you can bring it nice and close, like just at about your lips kind of thing or chin. Now, as you're inhaling those, I want you to notice which one you want a bit less of. It's like, and just pull it down a little bit. Just pull it down a little bit. So basil's really strong, so I'm pulling him down. And now I'm just feeling, I know I just want a bit more grapefruit. So I'm going to lower basil even more. And frankincense is right there. So it looks like this. Can you all see that okay? That's the height level for me. So I've got grapefruit, Frankie boy, and basil. So I know maybe for my aromatic dressing, I'll go 3 of grapefruit, maybe 2 of frankincense and 1 of basil. And in the diffuser, the same thing, more of the citrus, then coming in with Frankie and then coming in with basil. Yeah, because depending on the space is the amount of drops for your diffuser. Does that help? And you do the same with your roller bottle creation, your spritzer bottle creations, all of it. Yeah, and then that will just kind of help you to look at, okay, how many drops do I do? So basically the way I teach dilution is the amount of liquid you have, be it carrier oil or, water for a spritzer bottle, just halve it. So starting with a roller bottle or an aromatic dressing, you'd say you've got 10 mils to dress in, or in a 10 ml roller bottle, halve that, which is 5. And you know that roughly 5-6 drops in your aromatic dressing is enough for your body. Now, and same with the roller bottle. Now, that's not to say you can't do more. You can. But I would really invite you just to cultivate that healthy practice of let me start with less. Put a little bit on my skin. Notice how my skin responds. What's my skin chemistry doing? Smell it. And then notice, oh, I'd love a touch more frankincense to that. And slowly you'll just become more and more used to a little bit more, a little bit less, and tweaking it. I'm not into roller bottle blends that have 30 of this, 20 of that, and another 40 of something else. It's just not, it's not me. I think that's way too much essential oil. And for those of you that have done some of the beautiful courses Adam Barrelay and I have done for free, and some of the lower paid item courses, you'll notice that we always say, when you create your blends, right, and you work out the number of drops for you, you'll also get really used to your relationship with the plants as you deepen with the plants, right? Who's noticed that? Those of you that are working with our book, Gifts of the Essential Oils. Your relationship with the plant deepens. And so what happens is this 1 drop of basil takes you deep straight away. That's not to say you can't put 3 or 5 drops. It's just that if you start with a drop and notice how you feel and your body responds to that, right? And then you add that synergy of maybe 2 of Frankie and 3 of grapefruit, your body starts to go, yes, I can find my way here with this, rather than just this inundation of a million drops of essential oils. And your body just goes, whoof, way too much. Can't handle that. Is this helping? Okay, so then for food, I want to cover all this in the beginning. So as I'm rambling on, you've got an idea. For food, I love using something like this, a cute little pouring jug. I love kitchen stuff. It's like the one thing, kitchen stuff and books. It's the one thing that I'll kind of, that's where I invest my money. A little bowl like this, which they double up as, aromatic dressing bowls is like that. But can you see there's like a pourer in them? That's why I like them. And I'll also, for the kitchen, have a dark bottle of beautiful extra virgin olive oil. And I'll just, so that I can quickly pour it into this or a little bit into this and make my dressings with it. So let's say, for instance, that gorgeous Italian blend, in the food oils. If I want to make a salad dressing, rather than just making it in this, because I won't want the same flavors all the time, I just take my plain extra virgin olive oil, pour it into this little bowl, a pouring jug if you have one. And then I'll put like 2 drops of the Italian mix that doTERRA's just made. And I'll put like a swish of we have homemade Italian red wine vinegar. It's a fermented red wine vinegar. It's beautiful. But, your organic stores will have gorgeous ones. Apple cider vinegar is a really good one as well. I'll put either one of those in there, and a little bit of salt. I'm allergic to pepper, so I can't put pepper, but I can put black pepper essential oil. So then I just swirl it, smell it, and then that gets poured over my salad dressing or my roast vegetables that I'm, pouring onto. Maybe I'm doing like a roast veggie salad and I just pour it on and sprinkle some fresh herbs. Yeah. So that's how I do that. The other way I do my oil infusions, both are empty right now, post-Christmas. But I have one with beautiful rosemary sprigs from our garden. I have loads of rosemary. And another one, this one has just finished, but I put juniper berries in this one. And I'll often put like whole garlic cloves, that kind of stuff. And I fill it with olive oil. And I let them infuse with the juniper berries and the rosemary. And then I just feel for what I want in there. Do I want some essential oils? So I can put it with, like, I love juniper berry and black pepper. And I love to put rosemary, basil, and marjoram in here. Thyme is another one I really love. Yeah. So Tracy, I think, is responding for me. Oops. Hang on a minute. Did I just do some? Sorry, something's happening here. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Have I just gone or am I okay? Yeah. Good. Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. I pretty much use organic everything. We grow most everything, like everything we can, we grow. We even have our own honey now. We have on our farm beautiful bees that are so loved up by us, and they are exquisite. So we even have that. So let me just check this chat. Yes, extra virgin olive oil is outstanding, especially for all your raw work, salad dressings, drizzling over things, all of that kind of stuff. How many drops would I put with the oil? It depends on the size of the vessel, babe. So that's you, Misha, I think, that's asking that. It depends on the salad dressing. So if I'm doing just a little vessel ready to go now, from my just plain Evu, I just pour that in and I'd put 1 to 2 drops of that. Italian blend is beautiful and strong and I love it. So I'd just do 1 to 2 drops. In something like this, I would, because I've got my real rosemary in there as well, I'd do like 3 to 5 drops. Because you're just pouring a skerrick after it's cooked. This is like that when you cook, so you can use either of these to go in the pot or the pan that you're cooking with, and then just put your, like your garlic and your onions or ginger and lemongrass, whatever it is you're doing, onto it, and it starts to mix. So the essential oils will flash off when you do that. They'll flash off. So you'll lose their medicinal properties, but you'll still get that beautiful aroma. If you want it to get kind of drizzled on top afterwards, so you have it like raw going on, so the essential oils aren't affected, then you can just drizzle on top. Anytime they touch heat, they'll be slightly bruised. Yeah. So is that all helping? Is that clear for you guys? Yeah, I'm kind of like this mixed pot of witchy poo-ness. I love talking on the spiritual and emotional side and how they can help with your mental health and physical body. But I also really love to get clear on the ingestion piece. Food is something I'm very passionate about, in creating food, and I want you all to do it safely and joyously. The last way I'll show you with food before I launch into the oils is you can take a toothpick and enter it down to the eye of the dropper and swirl that through either your olive oil or coconut oil or whichever fat you're choosing, avocado oil, or into the pot itself. Or you can do it like this in a dropper. So I just get all my stuff from Diffusional. Tracy, you can link them. But you'll have your own in your country. I see some of you are from America, and I literally just unscrew this, and my hands are so slippery. I can't unscrew it. Here we go. I finally got it. And then I just, take the oil in there, and then I put a couple of drops in the pot or, whatever it is I'm making in the little bowl like this. Does that help? And then that helps you to regulate how much you're doing. Okay, I want to start with the leaves. Let's start with basil. So the leaves are from the element of air. For those of you that don't have our book, my beautiful soul brother, Adam Barrelay, and I co-authored this book. She has within her pages over 100 essential oils. They're single notes. So what we've done for you is we've taken the beautiful blends that doTERRA have created, we've broken them down for you so you can better understand what precious gift you actually have with the essential oils in that blend. Does that make sense for you all? So thank you so much, Kirsten. Each essential oil has 2 pages dedicated to it. So basil, for instance. Yay, Liz, I'm glad it came yesterday. Basil, for instance, has the species name, as all of them do, 3 keywords that come up for us. You might just resonate with one of them or all of them. It doesn't matter. We're not telling you this is how it is. It's just this is what we brought through as we connect with the plants. And then my gift to you is, so in the case of basil, it's devotion. We have a beautiful practice that you can go into with each of the oils and an affirmation. And on the other side, 3 master blends. And we've linked you with the image of the beautiful plant there so you can see. Then in amongst all of this, we have lots and lots of beautiful information. Lots of information about the source, where the plant comes from, some of the history, some of the lore, the mythology, for those of you that love that, and of course, how to use it, for your emotional body, your spirit body. So let's launch into the leaves. Now, leaves come from the element of air. Where our book is really unique is that we have divided them not by alphabetical order from front to back. We have divided them into the elements: earth, fire, air, water, and akasha, which is the spirit realm. So the leaves in this kit that doTERRA have provided for you, we have Clary Sage, we have rosemary, we have basil, we have marjoram. They're all in the element of air. The small leaves, which come from your small bushes, small trees, the herb family, they are really good for focus, clarity, focus, mental acuity. Great for, anointing, say, your third eye, your ajna, during meditation, because they'll help to keep your focus right on track. Yeah. Now, we all know that the herbaceous kingdom, the leaves that are in this kit, are amazing for food, and they are. But they're also amazing to serve your spirit body, to take you more deeply into connection with your emotions, with your mental body, with your spirit realm. So basil brings the gifts of precision, reset, and vigor. They're the 3 key words. So he's going to enliven you and brighten you and bring you energy, right? That's why people who feel like they have depleted energy will naturally be drawn toward basil. It has a warming effect that takes you out of lethargy, stagnancy, nonchalance, detachment, not being able to connect with the world, feeling a bit low in your mood, to fueling you. My gift to you is devotion, says Basil. My gift to you is devotion. So when you feel like, so think about the times where you felt out of kilter, a little unwell, a little sluggish in the mind, your body feels contracted and sore. Think about those times and think about where it may have started or where it may have begun. And usually it's when we haven't listened to ourselves. We've gone and done something really stupid and gone for an 8-kilometer run when we haven't run in 10 years, something like that, right? Or we've engaged in a conversation that was quite toxic rather than ending it when we needed to. Yeah. So basil has us remembering that when we can stand in our sovereignty, like really reclaim the throne of our own royalty, because the Greek of basil, basilikos, is king or royal, but that royal lineage, right? When you sit back in your own throne and you operate from that space, what starts happening is you're in your own lane, you're minding your own business. Yeah, you're vigilant with staying true to yourself, your beliefs. You're creating boundaries, healthy boundaries for yourself. You're not engaging in toxic relationships, toxic conversations, right? He is a beautiful one in massage, and I would highly recommend basil with black pepper, marjoram, and rosemary. If your skin is okay with ginger, mine is, I love it. I love getting ginger on. Add a drop of ginger to that mix and put it in a beautiful lush carrier oil, like the fractionated coconut oil. But remember, you can mix them. So you can add fractionated coconut oil with some sweet almond or with some apricot kernel, but the fractionated coconut oil is enough on its own. And just massage yourself, or have your beloved massage you. Your children love massaging their grannies and their aunts and their mamas and their daddies, and, you know, like, just get it on your body. I've also got a beautiful recipe in the ebook that Tracy's put together and made beautiful for you all, a beautiful bath soak. And if you wanted, you could add basil to that. It is gentle enough. What I really love to do is create a bath oil, and I have a vessel like this for the bath. You know, doesn't have to be, just whatever you like. I like things aesthetically pleasing. And I put, you know, bath oils with essential oil. I'll do a mix of carrier oils and put essential oils, and I'll put like rose petals in there that I've dried myself, or, you know, some rosemary sprigs, whatever you like. Same with Epsom salts. You do it with Epsom salts, and you put a drop of marjoram, a drop of basil, and you know, just mix it in there, and you can add your lavender piece or lavender or vetiver or whatever things you love, and just soak in the bath with Epsom salts and or magnesium flakes. Yeah. So you'll see in our book that we say that basil helps to put the scorpion in the mind. This is an ancient saying, but really what it's saying is it helps focus your thoughts. So if you feel sometimes like you're a bit airy-fairy, we're working with the element of air, remember, a bit airy-fairy, a bit not in your body, let basil help bring you back, to help bring that focus for you, yeah? So that you can feel yourself, you know, working alongside your brain in a really healthy way, yeah? Okay, so I would really love to work with, sorry, just a minute. Yeah, sorry, my father-in-law is bringing something for me and didn't realize I was on a call. So I would really love to kind of bring in the notion of, as you blend basil with other essential oils, let yourself feel what it is you want to bring in. So if you're looking at mental stuff, mind stuff, I love mixing basil with other leaf oils, like your eucalyptus, the lemon eucalyptus that you get for free this month for the Australian New Zealand market. That's your product of the month when you order by the 15th. Lemon eucalyptus, basil with straight up eucalyptus is stunning for centering and focus. Put that in your diffuser, put it in your spritzer bottle. And when you feel yourself going a bit vago, close your eyes and spritz over yourself. Yeah, put it in a roller bottle and roll it up your spine and up the back of your neck into that occipital region. Yeah, let yourself feel yourself coming present with the oils again. Yeah, and the plants, because as you connect with the oils by maybe just dancing with one oil at a certain time, you start to feel yourself connect with the plants more deeply. So marjoram, talking about connections, is around the gift that marjoram brings is contented unions. My gift to you is contented unions. So this is a really beautiful one as you're working through and processing grief, sadness, anger, when you feel very discombobulated by life, when you feel like you're holding all the tension in your body from the stresses around you in your life. She has this real softness and tenderness to her. So for those of you with Roman chamomile and turmeric, marjoram, Roman chamomile and turmeric are really beautiful for that tender touch over the body, that gliding over your body to help you release what doesn't serve you, including all the tension in your body, to help you just still the mind. Yeah. Marjoram and basil, as I said, in the bath together with some Epsom salts and magnesium flakes are really beautiful. So marjoram's name actually originates from the Latin, you'll see in our book, meaning mountain joy. She really is a joy. You know, she just helps to uplift the body. She's got this beautiful like sage, this kind of velvety leaf. And the flowers are this soft purplish, pinkish kind of flower, and butterflies and bees love to hover over her. You know, so she brings this real magic and majesty. She has with her this capacity to bring deep, deep peace over you. So she's one that I love to anchor for deep sleep. For deep sleep. So that's why great for bathing for children or adults, you know. So marjoram is sensational like basil in food, but what about if you translate that into how can I feed my soul? How can I nourish my soul? How can I just, you know, go into more self-care for me? Yeah. Any questions? Have I missed any questions? Thanks, Tracy. Tracy's just writing the blends for you all there. So another leaf that it's not in this particular pack that doTERRA has, but is patchouli. And patchouli with basil and marjoram and rose are really, really beautiful to support you during your moon time. For those of you that feel, you know, discomfort, or you feel kind of cranky, angry, frustrated, disconnected from your heart space, that they'll beautifully take you back in there. Rosemary, I have to say again, like I love the herbaceous oils, and she is one of my favorites. She brings with her the 3 words that we've aligned with her: mental prowess, expansion, and protection. My gift to you, she says, is remembrance. So on a deeper level, rosemary reminds you of why you chose to incarnate in this life. So I'm just reading something special from our book for you. She's a crown chakra essential oil, which is here. Yeah. So you can, what I really love to do is to take my rosemary, just like this. Let me just get the rosemary and just tip her onto my finger like this. So I've got some oil, and hold her to my crown, and just take 3 deep breaths and align with my crown, that beautiful crown chakra. And you can just spin it around like this if you want, or hold it still. You know, sometimes I kind of just feel like swirling on that spot. Other times I feel like stillness. There's no right or wrong. Just notice 3 deep breaths and connect with my crown chakra. And as I lift, so I'll take a deep breath, and as I lift, I'll exhale, and just imagine a golden light going upwards, up into the cosmos, and a beautiful golden light, the wisdom of the cosmos coming down through me there. And I'll just sit in that place. You can sit there for a couple of moments, a few breaths, or you might want to just really close your eyes, your being, turn inward, and just go into a meditation or a prayer. Yeah, so that's really beautiful for rosemary. She reminds you that you've chosen to come to this physical realm to have a physical experience, and to remember your purpose and the joys of the generous and succulent present. Isn't that beautiful? You know, there's so much right here, right now, in this present moment that we all lose sight of because we're so busy worrying about the future or replaying the past, which we can't change anyway. It's done. So you may as well just extract the treasures from it and get rid of the rest. And the future, we have the capacity to change any moment in any time. Any moment in any time. And rosemary will help you to do that. She'll help you to just enter that space where you can just recreate with clarity the future you and the future life you want to see. And I would recommend just putting a little bit of basil in a roller bottle like this. You could do basil, juniper berry, just 1 drop of each. Basil, juniper berry, frankincense, rosemary. And you take it and anoint your third eye, trace it up to the lining of your hair, and take it down across the lining, because this is a really good entry point for the essential oils to come into. I'll explain why in a minute. And then anoint your crown and anoint where the occipital is there. So that's your zeal chakra. It's like known as the mouth of God. So you can put it there, and that will just help open this area, especially for those of you that feel like you've got this veil over you and you can't quite connect energetically, intuitively. So that little practice will help do that. So let me explain. So this is your third eye. We're anointing with the, with the roller bottle. You put it in carrier oil. Don't just be putting them on neat. There's no need, and it's too strong. So just put a drop of each, like I said, onto the third eye, and then just gently take, your fingertips. So I use the little fingers, the ring finger or the baby finger, because they're so gentle. These we're used to going hard with these two fingers, whereas these ones we're not doing that much with. So you just take it up there, line it up with full consciousness to lift the veil, to open, to see again. And why the hair lining? Why am I saying along the hair lining? Because if you imagine, I'm going to put this really simply, at the end of those, like where the hair follicle is, imagine these fat sacs. And what do essential oils bind to? Fat. It's like takes it in, transports it safely around the body. And this is what we want. We want this to just help bring clarity here. So really good for those of you that suffer head tension along this head lining here, the hairline, and up here where you'll feel the veins dilate there. Never put them too close to the eyes. Okay, and then the crown. And I explained that with the rosemary. For those that just got on, we're anointing to open up these higher chakras. And then you just imagine that golden light going upward and coming down, and you anoint the occipital, which opens this area. That's the zeal chakra, or the mouth of God, opening and connecting you with spirit, universe, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it. Rosemary is absolutely sensational for cleansing and clearing and purifying a space. It was always said that every good witch has rosemary by her front door. Well, I have a whole nature strip full. A whole veg is full of rosemary. She's a protector. She's a guardian. All right. So as well as all this mental prowess that she has here, but she is a deep, deep protector. So when you make sprays, spritzer bottles, something I made earlier, rosemary might be one you want to put in there, because not only will she help you like to cleanse and clear the space with your invocation, with your word, right, as you cleanse and clear, or your intention, if you just do it silently, she'll also bring protection, energetic protection to you. Okay, so the affirmation we've aligned with rosemary is, I am clear in what I want in life. And do you remember I said you can call your future to you, create a whole new future with rosemary? This is why. You have this clarity, you have this focus. She takes you into an expanded state. So for those of you that like to work more deeply in like your Akashic records, the book of life, some of you may know that as past, present, future lives, rosemary is a beautiful one to engage in that space with. Okay, so we've done marjoram, rosemary, and basil. Is that right? Do we have any questions so far? No? Let me move to the flower kingdom then with Clary Sage. So Clary Sage is from the space of the flower kingdom that works deeply with our intuition and with all things woman, meaning our hormonal cycles, our moon cycles. But see, men have their own cycles as well, and this is forgotten. So that's why you see some men leaning toward Claricalm. Have you ever noticed that? Or teen boys? They'll just kind of lean to it. They won't know why, and they're not normally into those scents, but they'll just kind of go for that. Take a smell or put a little bit on. Whisper's another popular one that they'll do, which has the florals and the woods in there, yeah? So anyway, Clary Sage is about intuition, birthing, and euphoria. She is one of the most euphoric of all the essential oils. When you need a dose of euphoria, take the lid off your Clary Sage and take a deep inhalation. Beautiful blend for joy and bringing that euphoria in is wild orange with our beautiful Clary Sage and some spearmint. Yeah. If you want to do something to support that hormonal realm, Clary Sage, geranium, patchouli, frankincense, lavender, and then choose a citrus to balance. Some wild orange again if you want, or some tangerine, that beautiful curious adventurer. We have a blend in our book. Let me just tell you a little bit about it. It's called Euphoric Creation, and it's Clary Sage with arbor vitae, one of my favorite trees to work with. Clary Sage with arbor vitae, patchouli, and spearmint. So we have two leaves, patchouli and spearmint, the air element, right? We have arbor vitae from the wood element, because the essential oil comes from the wood, not the leaves. So this is that grounding, earthing gift, and divine alignment. And then we have Clary Sage. And my gift to you is perspective, says Clary Sage. Clary Sage allows you to put things into perspective. She helps you to step back and really observe what's going on. Really observe in a less attached way. So just allows you to be a little more circumspect, a little more discerning. By pausing to contemplate and to be more discerning, what happens is you'll be able to just dispel those illusions that kind of crowd in, that want to take over. She helps you to see truth. That's why you'll often see her for third eye chakra. So you're getting this? Juniper's another one. So basil, Clary Sage, and Juniper Berry would be a really powerful third eye chakra blend. Again, in a little roller bottle. I have the little set like this to anoint the chakras with. Yeah. And these are just from Diffusional. I love them. They're pretty. So, and then I just top it up with fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated coconut oil is great. It's very absorbable. It works very well with the sebum, as with our skin. What I really love about Clary Sage is she works really beautifully with you when you feel overwhelmed by circumstance. She works really beautifully with you when you're getting confused with what is reality and what isn't. Because what we can often do is take on other people's reality as our own, but it's not. Sometimes we need a friend to remind us of this, don't we? We need just a friend to come on in and say, hey, babe, that's not you. That's not you. That's not who you are. That's not yours. But sometimes we don't have that person there by our side. Let the plant kingdom be that friend. Let the angelic kingdom be that friend. In this case, we can lean on the plants and the energy they bring through. So when you're really wanting to get playful in that creation energy and get into that space of euphoria, bring Clary Sage in. So we have, I invite euphoria into my creations. And remember, the blend for that is Clary Sage, arbor vitae, patchouli, and spearmint. Let me show you what she looks like for those that don't know. This is in our book. See how gorgeous she is? Can you all see that clearly? Yeah. So that's our book there, Gifts of the Essential Oils. But you guys, what I want to say is if you can just grab these oils that doTERRA are offering while they're offering this price off, and just invest your energy, spend time with them, hear the energy, hear the spirit of the plant come through. What does she or he want to tell you? You'll hear me always be talking about them as she and he, because I just feel them. Now, the Kim, what I feel is a she might be a he for Kim, and that's okay. There's honestly no right or wrong. You're just connecting with a more masculine or a more feminine presence in the plant. Yeah? Okay, so let me move now to the fruits, the element of fire, right? And we're going to go to Juniper Berry. So in the element of fire, we have this powerful, powerful energy of transmutation that occurs. Fire will change something from one form and completely change it into another form, doesn't it? That's what transmutation is. So imagine that energy within us. Now, I know a lot of people think about fire as destruction, particularly here in Australia. We have so much of that going on, but there are so many gifts that come from this. So I just want to touch on Juniper. She's not part of this kit, but I want to touch on Juniper because I've mentioned her a lot and bring through some of the gifts. So Juniper, I thought she was anyway, probably just because I love her so much. But Juniper, I just want to touch on because she has this capacity. Say you want to blend her. Does anyone here feel like they'd just love to be more intuitive? More connected with that. So Juniper Berry, and I'll go into black pepper, which is in the kit in a minute. Thank you, Tracy. Juniper Berry is very good with this third eye opening, the revelations that can happen there. So just take a look at the fruit, the color. Can you see that beautiful berry there? The gifts we have with Juniper Berry are fear, protection, and discovery. So for a protective blend, can you feel the themes? You can do Juniper Berry and rosemary and add black pepper to it. Give me one sec. Because black pepper has the gift of warding as well. One of the words we've put with it is warding. So this is great for protection, put really simply. So Juniper Berry will journey into the abyss with you. That's her gift. She'll journey into the abyss with you. What does that mean? She'll go to those places within you that have been untouched, unclaimed, set aside, unlooked at, disowned, and help you to navigate the pathways to those places so you can own them again, so you can find the gifts in them again. She's fearless in that way. And I feel like, you know, why Juniper Berry is coming up so much for me in this particular chat is because we've just had this monumental year. Every year is huge, but, you know, it was very different. And a lot of people were feeling like, I can't wait for 2021 to come and it's going to be so different. Well, you know, you can't just run away from something, as we all know, right? But when we face it, we can always find the gifts in it. We can always come back to gratitude, can't we? So Juniper Berry helps us to face our fears and the challenges that beset us, that are before us, the circumstances that are out of our control, and to navigate them. When you go into meditation, she's a beautiful one to go into because she'll go into that void space with you, yeah, which is the infinite realm of possibilities, the place where you can just create, and create, yeah? So for those that love to work with the lunar calendar, you know, and work with different phases of the moon, she's great for dark of the moon, that night just before new moon. Now, black pepper, my gift to you is authenticity. Authenticity. And the three words we've placed with him are truth, warding, and sovereignty. So again, these are two fruits, they're berries that come from the element of fire. The fruits are often thought about as all the citruses, right? The joy, the light. These two, black pepper and juniper berry, take you into the light in a different way. So it's like you shine your light from your darkest places. The light can always penetrate the darkness. The darkness doesn't penetrate the light. So what happens is Juniper Berry and black pepper help you to penetrate those places within you that have been unowned, unclaimed, unlooked at, and to shine brightly, to rise from those places. When you were younger, and if you were given certain, you know, powerful conditioned messages like good girl, bad boy, good girls do this, good girls say this, good boys are this, right? Then what happens is you take on and you learn what's acceptable with behavior, with words, with thoughts, even with professions you should go into. And so you begin to learn also to feel when you're going to be accepted and not accepted, and judged and not judged. So you think you have to be a certain person to be this, you know, okay person, nice person in the world. If you go into the energy of black pepper, it's like, you know, as you get older, you become more comfortable with yourself. And, you know, you'll often hear the crone mamas say, I couldn't care less what anyone thinks of me. I don't need everyone to like me or even to love me. I just need to love them like me, right? So that's where black pepper tells us, like, takes us into. It's about being honest and truthful with ourselves. Like, what is it that I love about me, and what am I just going to keep? What am I going to keep because I want to keep it of me? And what am I going to discard that isn't me? So you have this real energy of empowerment with black pepper. So a beautiful empowerment blend. Ginger is in this pack that doTERRA have put together of discounted items right now. So ginger and black pepper and wild orange for empowerment. Ginger, black pepper, and turmeric and wild orange. I'd add turmeric to that. And the reason is this, I'm going to go into the rhizome energy of ginger and turmeric, but I love that golden ray they bring in. And I'll talk about that in a moment. So black pepper's affirmation is, it is safe to show the real me. It is safe to show the real me. Okay, so I'm going to go to the front of our book now, where we have the elements of earth. This is one of my favorite elements to dance in. I'm going to start with ginger. So in the element of earth, we have the wood oils like cedarwood, arborvitae, and the sandalwoods. We have the root oils, which are vetiver and spikenard. We have the rhizomes, turmeric and ginger, and we have the barks, which are cassia and cinnamon bark. So ginger's 3 words are empowerment, responsibility, and achievement. And my gift to you is power. So where ginger comes in really powerfully is the reminder that we never have power over anyone, but we can step into our own empowerment and step into our own power and sovereignty. As humans, it's really important for us to reclaim our sovereignty, the truth of why we chose to incarnate, our regalness, our truth. And as we do that, we break free from, and this is where ginger comes in really powerfully, from the victimhood, the powerlessness, the being a victim to circumstance, and kind of put on our crowns again. You know, we put on our crowns again and we take our life into our own hands and hearts again, and we choose which path we're going to walk. So ginger and turmeric bring in the beautiful golden ray, which is very present with humanity right now. And that golden ray brings with it abundance on all levels. So you can rewrite your entire future with these beautiful oils. So for your solar plexus, which is that place of power and self-empowerment, you could look at a blend of ginger, turmeric, and again, add your wild orange. I know a lot of you have wild orange. I'm trying to pick oils that you have. Tangerine's another good one. She was a freebie not long ago. Yeah? Because tangerine has that curious adventurer element, you know? So it's like, how can I just go into my curiosity around my own empowerment and my own sovereignty? And then I would add to that something like black pepper. I'd add to that blend so that I remember that it's okay for me to put up boundaries, for me to present and be the face that I want to be in the world, not the facade that others have kind of, you know, dictated to me as I was growing up, but the face of who I am. Let that come out into the world. Any questions? How you're going? Okay, so turmeric, we have another one. So this rhizome energy, the roots go really deep into the earth and anchor you. That's why vetiver and spikenard is so great for that deep, deep anchoring, stillness, great for meditation and stillness, great for sleep and peace and tranquility and stillness, right? So there's a real deep, deep grounding, rooted, connected, anchored to something. The rhizome is just splaying across the earth, just penetrating the surface of the earth. It does go a little bit deep, but not deep like roots, right? And just splays across and gives you this energy of where can I put my feelers out, my tendrils out, to engage in more meaningful, fill in the blank, connection, relationship, meditation, manifesting, whatever it is. The gift that turmeric brings is deeper relationships. And the affirmation we've aligned with turmeric is, my light shines through the darkness of the world. My light shines through the darkness of the world. So this is a beautiful one that you could align with your black pepper and juniper berry, because you're like penetrating the darkness with your light, with your brightness. To enhance social interactions and connections, use turmeric. Again, to release body tension, friction in relationships, anything that's tense, anything that's contracting, turn to turmeric. And I would use turmeric very, very lovingly. I would love this. And I've got a blend, I think, in the ebook, something like this, which is turmeric, marjoram, basil, rosemary, and black pepper. Now, remember oils like lemongrass and wintergreen, they're amazing for muscle relaxation as well. So feel free to add any of those. Copaiba, yeah? So I love this radiant energy that comes from turmeric, and I feel like it's a good one for you all to lean into right now, not just in your culinary delights, but on you, in your diffusers, because we need to step into our radiance. We need to have our radiant selves shining in the world right now, bringing hope back to the world. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so that's those oils. Now, are there any, I'll just show you turmeric before I forget. Isn't turmeric gorgeous? We grew turmeric. I don't know if you want to follow me, jump onto Instagram. It's my favorite playground. It's just at Food Alchemy. Tracy can link you. But I did a story, and you'll see it in one of my highlights under food with the turmeric that we grew here. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. The little root system of this rhizome was amazing. So yeah, so just to be clear, as I move into these the culinary mixes doTERRA I've given us, plus we've got so many culinary foods in here, there's nothing to stop you from using the fresh herbs still. So fresh herbs are for placing on top of your meal after it's cooked, so you don't burn, you don't bruise the aromatic substances, i.e. the essential oils. That's why we put them on raw. Dried herbs go during the cooking process. Yeah, so raw, just the fresh herbs go right at the end. When you're working with these food essential oils, you can mix them with the dry herb, the powder, or the raw herb. So if you wanted to grate ginger and turmeric into your dish, you can do that, plus use the essential oil and just bring different elements to it. Yeah, so it's up to you. Okay, so I'll leave you to read the recipes that I've got for the three blends. If you don't have them, get them. They are outstanding. The tropical blend is really subtle, beautiful in smoothies, sorbets, raw desserts. I made my birthday's 1st of January, so I made a cake for myself and for all of us together to celebrate the new year for 2021, and it was a raw, beautiful cake. So I've actually shared the recipe with you in this ebook. We'll probably get the ebook out to you all via email probably tomorrow. Tracy will just add some of these recipes that I've shared with you today. The Mexican has this beautiful aromatic uplift, like same with the Italian one for that matter. Like I just inhaled them and kept inhaling them. So where the tropical one is this really subtle, like a summer breeze. Oh, not tomorrow, is Saturday. The ebook will go out Monday, sorry. I've totally lost track of days. I've been down south in Denmark, so I don't even know what day it is today. So the tropical blend is like a summer breeze or a spring breeze. It's like really, whimsical and gentle and yummy. So you'll see in the cake, there's like 13 drops of that blend in the raw cake because it's so subtle, but it's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. You only need a drop or two in your smoothies or in your sorbets. Now, the Mexican and Italian oils pack a punch, so use less of those. Just start with 1 drop at a time in those, and I definitely recommend putting it in something like this and swirling it around and adding, just drizzling to your cooking that you've done, and just taste as you go like you would with salt and pepper. The yoga oils, I have a whole beautiful offering in the ebook on the yoga oils for you all. So is it linked to a YouTube or something, Tracy? Is that right? Can't quite remember what we've done there. Tracy's just put all my links in there. Yes, YouTube. So we've got a YouTube link, so I won't bore you by going into them all again. But suffice to say that the names have changed. It used to be Arise, Align, and Anchor, and now it's whatever it is, and Tracy's got them written there for you. But she's translated them so you know. So basically, when you use the yoga oils, the blends, use them on their own or blend them with others. You know, frankincense is free for 200 PV orders until the 15th. Plus, you're going to get your lemon eucalyptus, right? So, and for those that have our book, we have it in there as lemon scented gum because that's traditionally what it's always been called. So with your yoga oils, feel free to enhance them with your frankincense. Frankincense will beautifully magnify or enhance whatever you are blending with. Has phenomenal abilities with relaxing us, restoring us, regenerating us, our skin, our lungs. You know, that's why it's so great for meditation and yoga, because you deepen in breath. Things that give you good respiratory support, like frankincense, cardamom, cedarwood, the mints, easy air, the menthols, you know, the camphor oils, all of those are great for meditation, to diffuse while you're meditating, because anything, or doing yoga or Pilates, any practice, mindfulness practice, because anything that invites deeper breath will bring you into more presence and stillness. So this little pack that doTERRA has put together, they've unwittingly put together, although everything with doTERRA astounds me, their timing, stuff that's going to support your physical body, so immunity, your muscular body, your skin, you know, whatever it is, but your physical body, this sacred temple, your mental body to reduce stress, anxious feelings, you know, a million thoughts going through your mind. It's going to slow it down. It's going to help you bring focus. They're also there to help with anything. So so go back a step. So with the physical body, say take, for example, it helps with soothing muscles, achy muscles, right? Anything that helps to relieve you of contraction in your physical body is going to help relieve you of contraction in your spirit body and in your mental and emotional body. You hold a lot of contraction in those places because you've been told from an early age you're not magical and fairies aren't real, or, you know, meditations for whatever, and, you know, stillness is for weaklings. You need to be on the go all the time. You need to be succeeding. You need to be striving, all right? So they remind you of what actually can be achieved in the pause, of where you can go in the stillness and the majesty of silence. So I love the yoga oils. I'm a big fan of those oils. And one of my really good friends, Alana Brower, actually had a hand in co-creating these oils, these blends. And she is a world-renowned yoga teacher, beautiful meditation yoga teacher. So these beautiful synergies in the yoga kit have been put together so mindfully. And they each have their purpose to help you arise, align, and anchor in your daily life. So you can bookend your day with them, you know, use them as you need, and just let yourself feel your way again, you know, in life and with these oils. Okay, my darlings, I should probably stop there, shouldn't I? Because I'm going to overwhelm you all. I have so much I can keep sharing and would love to share with you. Like I said, follow me on Instagram. For those in our team, in Team Alchemy, we'll be back with Practical Magic every Wednesday soon. But for those that aren't, I treat you all on Insta as well anyway. So be sure you're there. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. The next one's about to go out. We have this beautiful summer book, I can't remember what it's called, booklet, ebook going out in this next newsletter. And I do have a gorgeous offering coming up for those of you that are game to really reclaim your magic and your majesty, your goddessness, you know, your sovereignty, your authenticity, your magic. And she's called Voice of the Goddess. So this is a 6-month offering. It's the first time that I've created something like this and that I'm offering something like this. And I don't know whether I'll do it again, to be honest. Most everything I've done is free or a tiny little charge. This is totally different. I am charging for it. So I'm just giving you the heads up and being transparent there. And the reason is this. A, value given for value received. I want you to show up for 6 months every second week, right? Plus, I'm going to go live into the group at key times. I'll be giving you transmissions and meditations You'll all be receiving beautiful goddess packs and kits that I've created, including gorgeous labels for your roller bottles and creations. There's little ebook accompaniments with everything I do. And I'm going to be teaching, for those that are curious, teaching you, guiding you to open up your own Akashic records, to be able to read your own Akashic records, because the time has come for you to access your wisdom from past, present, and future lives, and to bring it into this life so that you can shine brightly. And I, as much as possible, I want to see as many folk liberated in this world from feeling like they have to look outside of themselves for wisdom. No one knows you better than you. You just need to remember again. You just need to remember. So Voice of the Goddess will be meditations, beautiful transmissions. We start on the equinox in March. So our autumn equinox, Northern Hemisphere spring equinox, and go through to the September equinox, spring autumn equinox again, the reverse. I'll be showing you how to work with the moon and the cycles and optimize that. We'll be working with sound a lot, so I'll teach you, guide you, help you to remember. I'm not going to teach you anything you don't know. Your soul knows everything. I'm not into being a teacher or mentor, but it's very hard in the English language to come up with another phrase for this. But I'll guide you into using this incredible instrument to reclaim your magic again and to completely change how you operate and your frequency again. It's going to run every Saturday, Tracy, every Saturday evening around, I think 5 or 5:30. I can't remember where I've said it because I've got a lot of 5:30. Thanks, Trace. I've got a lot of people from the UK and Europe that join me, so I want it friendly on our time zones for New Zealand, for Australia, for, you know. And the evening time is a beautiful time for you to really dance with this. It will be late for some of you. They'll all be recorded, but it will be late. But you'll go into a deeper space into sleep and meditation. Sometimes you've got to stretch yourselves with time zones. Sometimes you just got to dance in a different way. And by the end of this, you'll be beyond time anyway. I actually pay very little attention to time and the dictates of man-made time. And I just turn inward now and I feel the seasons turn within me. I feel the moon cycling within me. My body responds to that. So that's all the stuff I want to kind of take you, journey you with. You'll receive beautiful packs. I've got a goddess kit of essential oils, and I've got a beautiful goddess kit that I've made to accompany it, so you can make, you know, beautiful things like infusions with your roller bottles and things, and beautiful devotionals that you'll get as well, devotional kits and packs. So register your interest where Tracy has said. For those that don't have our book, get her into your life. Not because I've written her. I feel like Mama Gaia needs to be on the top there of that authorship, co-authorship. She inspires Adam and I every single day. Speaking of Adam, he has a beautiful podcast. Tracy, can you link them to Adam's stuff? He's got a beautiful podcast. He's got a great Instagram. He's all over his socials. His business is Crystal Connections. So, you know, dive in. If you're really interested in the way that I share essential oils, Voice of the Goddess is going to go deeply into that. I'm going to help you to remember the ways that you can connect with the plant kingdom and animal kingdom and hear them again, connect with them again, sense them, feel their voice again, feel the voice of the goddess everywhere. Goddess Mama Gaia, you know, goddess everywhere within you and all around you, so that you can more deeply journey with these incredible sacred gifts that we've been given, and also just in your life as you walk in nature and be in nature. Yeah. I'll also go into carrier oils, teach you about carrier oils, and I'll show you creations. By the end of it, you'll know how to create your own pure fume. I don't mean this, you know, roller bottle pure fume. I mean an actual mother. So the mother is the original pure fume, and then from that I'll show you how to decanter and make mini creations from that. I'm also going to share with you an ancient Egyptian recipe that I love so much. And I'll show you how to make that as well so that you all have her. We'll do beeswax creations, basically. So you have hard set, pure fumes. Okay. How was today for you all? How are you all feeling? Yeah. Let's stop recording and I'll just hang on for you for 5 minutes or so. Thank you all for joining me. It's